Think of it like returning to the same bend in a river, but at a different moment in time. Musically, it's an echo, not a repetition. So that's deep, right? Not just deep because it's an ocean here. It's deep because it's deep, man. We're going in the river, but the river's like not the same. So why this works better than the traditional system. So once again, here's our grid from space. This is what most people are learning. We're memorizing the fretboard, and we're memorizing all the points on the fretboard, and we're trying to use our intervals to look at all the distances between all 12 notes on the fretboard, which is great, but it doesn't give us any context. Even if we learned all that, we would still have to learn the collections of notes that are in context of all this 12 different collections of notes. It's not the optimal way to learn it, and it's a frustrating way to learn it. It doesn't help you to build songs as easily or chords or scales or anything. And that's what most people are doing. That's going to be very discouraging. Again, that would be like playing Zelda, and every time you go back to the Zelda game, all of the continents look like they're in a different location because you're looking at a grid from space, and the Zelda world keeps spinning around, and you want to have a grid that's on the Zelda world. So traditional note-based navigation is like floating a map grid in space and letting the world spin beneath it. So it's hard to find the location. This causes learners to constantly rename positions based on scale degrees or shifting tones. Now, one of the problems with this is that the scale degree system, because of that off by one measuring problem we touched in on, has all these kinds of terms which are not optimal. They lead us to thinking in things in improper ways. They force us to think like we're in different scale degrees and so on. Same with the chord naming conventions. There are better ways to name things in order to see everything in context of the continents, which is always what we're doing in Western music. We always have a collection of 7 notes. I mean, pretty much all the time. So our approach locks the grid to the world, the mode, giving you consistent intuitive reference points. Okay, practical benefits of the analogy. Anchors understanding. Modes are landmarks, making navigation easier. So you want to see basically the locations on the map. That's going to make things easier to navigate. You don't have to use the Greek names. You can call them a Nashville number system. Just realize the paradigm shift. The Nashville number system, permanent modal system, permanent numbers, is more sophisticated. That's the more musically inclined approach, the more contextual approach, the most contextually accurate way to see things. So reveals structure. Rotation shows how key changes affect position without changing relationships. So when we change keys, we can now see the whole map is the same, particularly on the guitar.